All right, my number 5 team in my 2012 NFL preseason rankings are the Green Bay Packers. Now you're wondering, how could I have a team that went 15-1 regular season wise and were an offensive juggernaut in the regular season? How could I have them ranked as low as number 5? It's easy. When you're the first team in NFL history to go 15-1 and be knocked out in your very first playoff game at home. Well, not even just at home, just to be knocked out in your very first playoff game as a 15-1 team. And you're wondering to yourself, how does a 15-1 team get beat that quick? It's easy. They have the worst defense in the league. This should have been known early. I'm talking week 2 early. Week 1, they played the New Orleans Saints. And of course, with a team that has an offensive firepower that's equal, if not better, than the Green Bay Packers, with Drew Brees at the helm, you can let a couple things slide because Drew Brees will torch you. Drew Brees is that good. However, in week 2, they went to Carolina, and the offensive rookie of the year, Cam Newton, yes, a rookie, cooked them for over 400 yards passing. Yes, Green Bay won that game, but you had to have paid attention to how bad that defense is to let a rookie coming out of a lockout who barely has his offensive playbook set to just run wild on the team that won the Super Bowl the season before with, ironically, their defense. So yes, their defense was the curse to the gift that was the offensive firepower of the Green Bay Packers. And when you have a QB that was the reigning NFL MVP to get knocked out like that, yes, of course that makes headlines. Because let's face it, everybody had the Green Bay Packers as the team that was going to represent the NFC in the Super Bowl. However, the Giants thought otherwise. Not only the Giants, Aaron Rodgers' receivers thought otherwise, because there were like maybe 7, 8 drop passes in that divisional playoff game. Aaron Rodgers was a little bit off too, but his receivers didn't do a lot to help him either. And even the refs, and I don't care what anybody says, the refs even tried to help them out. Look up that fumble that Greg Jennings had that they overruled and said it wasn't a fumble. It led to a touchdown. That score would have been a lot worse if it wasn't for the fact that the refs were helping that team out. But enough about their negatives. Here's why I have them at number 5. Basically, they were the NFC's, third best team in the NFC overall, if you count the playoffs. That's why. That's why I have them that way. Because the Giants won the Super Bowl, the Niners were the runners-up, and the Packers, well, I just explained why. But the good thing about the Packers is Aaron Rodgers. Aaron Rodgers has been lighting up the NFL since he took over for a QB that I'm not sure a lot of people even know about that used to play for the Packers. And I say that in sarcasm because we all know who we're talking about here, Brett Favre. But ever since he took over that team, he has put up some amazing numbers. And then when that defense got better, it complemented how great he is. He is an elite quarterback. I don't care what anybody says. And I've said that since he stepped in for Brett Favre when he got hurt in the 2007 season against the Dallas Cowboys. But now everybody knows just how great Aaron Rodgers is. And it helps that he has a great cast of receivers. Now, I dogged them about their performance in the divisional playoff round, but that overshadowed just how great they were in the regular season when you have guys like Greg Jennings, a Donald Driver, a Jordy Nelson, James Jones when he can hold on to the ball, and also when he can hold on to the ball, Jermichael Finley, who he just keeps disappointing me because he has the opportunity, he has the potential to be a top 5, a top 5 tight end. But he's just not putting it all together. And now he's taking shots at guys like Gronkowski and Jimmy Graham, who actually put up big numbers and actually played the role of a tight end to the hilt. You want to take shots at them, get on their level, catch those passes, put up the yards they put up the touchdowns they put up. That's all I got to say. But the main thing is that defense has got to get better. They cannot go from in the 2010 season to one of the top 5 defenses to the 2011 season to the basement defense and think that they're going to have any chance or any shot of making it back to the Super Bowl in 2012. Teams knew to triple team Clay Matthews, who was the reigning
defensive MVP of the league, what was it, 2010? Or, no. I take that back. He was the runner-up to Troy Polamalu. He should have been the defensive NFL MVP of the 2010 season. But the fact is, teams got to scheme and make sure he didn't get off like he did in 2010. And what that did, that took away their pass rush big time. And then the biggest blow, which was the reason that they were the worst defense in the NFL, was their secondary. Nick Collins goes down with a bad neck. That secondary was never the same. Tramon Williams, who caught fire in the 2010 playoffs that led the Packers making it to the Super Bowl, he fell off last season. Charleston can't do everything. You want to have him as a cover guy, somebody to help him out on the other side. You want to have him blitz, somebody's got to step up. They're going to have some problems in that secondary if they don't get that fixed. Because Nick Collins is gone. Was it Pepra, I think, is gone. But there's really some huge question marks in their secondary. Then on top of that, their pass rush. They don't have one if Clay Matthews can't get off that block and can't get off that line. One-on-one, he will cook whoever's in front of him. But double team, triple team, they figured it out. So somebody on that other side got to step up. A.J. Hawk, he ain't doing it. So what did the Packers do in the draft? They went defense heavy. Their first round pick was Nick Perry, defensive end from USC. They are hoping he can get off the blocks and give Clay Matthews some relief to the point where they're going to have to look at Nick and double team him while risking having Clay Matthews run wild. The Packers have to have that defense at least in the middle of the pack in order for them to even have a chance to make it back to where they were when they won the Super Bowl a couple seasons ago. Because offensively, they are a juggernaut. They have an elite quarterback in Aaron Rodgers. They have receivers that can get open. Their running game, however, has always been a huge question mark. Because really, they haven't really had a good running back since the days of Amon Green and Dorsey Levens. You really haven't heard the Packers having a running back that actually was a beast or at least serviceable. So what did they do? They picked up Cedric Benson. Because Ryan Grant, ever since he got injured, he fell off. Who else? Starks. Starks is the other running back. So they need somebody that can get in between those tackles and grind out some heavy yardage. So that's why I have the Green Bay Packers at number 5. Offensively, I think they are phenomenal. They are incredible. Fantasy football owners love that team. Reality-wise, that defense will be the main thing that's keeping them out of getting back to the Super Bowl or even getting past the first round in the playoffs or their first playoff game if they make it to the divisional round, so to speak. That would be the main reason they don't make it any further. Because as we all know, defenses win championships. So, having said that, that is my number 5 team. I will be back with number 6 shortly. Till then, Sager Mason signing off.